Hello everyone, welcome to the Scholarly Practice Survey Guide for 2023. And in this first video I'm going to briefly explain what the Scholarly Practice Survey is and why we do it. So let's begin with a short overview of what scholarly practice is. So at Collarts we have two levels of scholarship. Level 1 is called Scholarly Practice and we expect all of our teachers to be current. This means keeping up to date with the latest developments in both your subject or your industry and in educational practices. So as this slide shows, it's important to be able to reflect not only on what you have learnt, but also on how you've applied it in your teaching. So the scholarly practice cycle includes how you apply those new insights that you've learnt into your curriculum, your classes or your assessments, how you then evaluated the impact your new developments had on your students' experience, and finally how you went on to share those developments with your colleagues. Just as an aside, Level 2 scholarship includes activities where you make an original contribution to or advance your field, so say through original research like a PhD or through a new creative application. Now, data about this kind of activity is collected in a separate database and we don't need to worry about it for this survey. It's important to understand why we monitor scholarly practice at Collarts. The easy answer and the first answer is that we're required to by TEQSA, but actually there are better and more meaningful reasons. Firstly, it's a good way to encourage deep critical reflection, which we know through evidence has a positive impact on teaching quality and on the student experience. But secondly, it helps us to plan and provide the right support for you as teachers at Collarts. So what are you going to be asked to do in this year's survey? What will you be asked to report? Well, what you don't need to do is list every single thing you read or every webinar you attended in 2023. Instead, we're going to ask you to digest that information and to reflect on all your amazing activities this year and just choose two of your best or most significant examples. One should be an example from within your subject or your discipline area, and one should relate specifically to educational teaching, learning and assessment approaches. Final thing to do is to let me explain how we're going to use the data you provide. We actually use it in a range of different ways, from demonstrating that we're complying with statutory obligations through reporting, to informing college strategy, all the way through to improving our PD opportunities for staff and generating really great resources which other people will find inspirational. What we don't do is individually assess your submissions. So it isn't a test and it isn't a performance measurement tool. So use the survey if you can as a mechanism that supports your own critical reflection at the end of the year, and feel free to share your submissions with the community around you.